exciting win at Washington?
Yeah. Obviously extremely delighted and proud of the group for being able to go to a pretty hostile place and be able to get the 3 points to have us advance into the Sweet 16. So very exciting times and great way to celebrate the holiday.
Questions for the student athletes or John?
I guess for you guys, what was the atmosphere like compared to Morrison?
It was exactly how we feel at home games, but just against us. And they were loud. They were talking to us. They were making it difficult for us to hear one another on the field. But I mean, it's honestly awesome playing in front of that many people, and it was exciting to get the win on the day.
Yeah, it was fun to play. Great environment, and I think we also have to mention that we had a good group of our fans traveling, which was a huge support for us and meant a lot to us. So that made us feel like home, celebrating with them at the end of the game. So yeah, it was special.
There was quite a bit of blue amongst the purple in the stands.
I guess this is a question for the players. What is it just about this team where, like, there just seems to be no fear and just a fight?
I think just the fact that we've been together for like 3 years now, like most of us have been here for like a while now. We all like want to fight for one another and we all believe in one another. And I think throughout the season we finally, like as of the past few games, have finally like been willing to fight and give it all for one another. And I think that's really showing in the results that we've been getting.
Yeah, I think as Dangarei said, over the last couple of years we built something special here, not only on the field but off the field. Yeah, we have a group that sticks together, that just doesn't quit. As we finally shown in the last couple of weeks, and we always knew like what we were capable of. We have that belief, and yeah, we're super excited for what's ahead.
I think it's for Paul, I guess. I mean, the defense since the Providence game has just been outstanding. I guess, what do you feel like in particular has been different about the defense since that game?
I think like in general as a team, we stepped up our defensive efforts. Not only our back three, but all of us. We know that in order to win titles, it takes defense, not only offense. We showed offense the entire season, but I think it's just the competitive spirit that we've shown in the last couple of games. To fight for last ball, to defend every single goal, to not be complacent with giving up one goal knowing we could score 5. But trying to go out with every single game with a clean sheet. I think that switching mentality helped us a lot, not only in the Big East tournament, but in our tournament run for the NCAA so far.
You got a tough matchup against a very tough Tulsa team. They knocked you guys out last year in the NCAA tournament. What kind of is the challenge that's going to bring to the game there with them being so good?
Traditionally they've been pretty good over the last 5-7 years, and we've had some pretty good matches against Tulsa. It's a new season for us. Regardless of who you're playing at this point of the season, they'll be a very challenging team to go up against. So, you're playing the best every week if you're able to survive, and we're just looking forward to going there and doing the same thing that we did at Washington and that we did against Missouri State. Our game plan won't change regardless of who we're playing, and so we're excited for the week that's ahead of us.
Are you carrying the momentum that you guys had so far this postseason run?
That's the plan. That's the plan. We understand that it's NCAA time and winter goes on, and we understand what's at stake, and so we'll take the same approach to the Tulsa match on Saturday.
I was just going to ask, how similar is Tulsa to what you saw last year? Or what can you kind of take away from what you saw of them last year?
Yeah, they do have a couple of different players, but I think that the way and their style that they want to play is somewhat consistent to what they've done over the last couple of years. And so, I think that's something that we'll take under consideration as we plan accordingly to play them on Saturday. They're also a team that wants to play with the ball and combine. They want to keep possession of the ball. They got some very dangerous players going forward. They like to send numbers forward on the attack, which is similar to us. So I think it'll be an exciting match, just like it was at Washington. Two teams that like going forward, two teams that are wide open. And I think that's the way the game should be played anyway. And so we're just looking forward to it.
This can be for any of the players. What has it been like with these two matches, just having to play from behind? Like, if you recall, just kind of what was that like getting down in those games and just that ability to come back?
I think it was just we know how to score goals, and I think we just believed that once we went down, we were like, okay, like it's time, it's now or never. If we don't get the job done now, then we're gonna go home. So we all just believed in one another and never stopped going forward, no matter how late in the game it was. Like against Missouri State, we just kept at it, and eventually it fell for us.
Yeah, I think especially in tournament games, it's just super important to literally live and play in the moment. So it doesn't matter if there's 60 minutes or just 10 minutes left on the clock. If you concede a goal, so be it. You still have enough time to make up for it. And I think that's the special thing about this group so far, that, as Dang said, we never lost the belief playing against Missouri State or Washington that we could turn the game. And even though we conceded the first goal, yeah, we were capable of catching up and winning the game at the end.
I mean, you guys have kind of had a knack for scoring like in the last 10 minutes of games. And whether it's a game-winning goal or a tying goal or whatever, is that anything within the offense, or is that just kind of, is there a reason that you guys are so good late in games?
I think it's maybe as the game gets longer, the game gets more open, and the other team gets like extended more, and so they're more susceptible to a counter maybe, which is a strength of ours. So I think just the longer the game goes, the more open and chances there are. So I think that's how we've got our chances in the last 10 minutes of the following games.
You sound like a coach. That was a nice answer.
Tony, for you, what has it been like as a coach just to see your teams fight through these two games?
It's been great. I've said it for the last couple of weeks now. These guys are really enjoying themselves. One of the things that we talk about is making sure that we're playing with joy, with alegría, and these guys are showing that. I think they're really enjoying one another. They're enjoying each other's friendship, and even when we are behind, I see them pulling together to help one another out to get us back to where we need to be. And so, one of the biggest things that I've enjoyed the most this season is watching these guys enjoy each other.
Anything further for the student athletes or coach? Perfect, thank you guys.
Awesome.